Wait, my lap time might not actually be bad?
Qualifying Raj on the computer and like the hairpin onto the first straightaway, like the grandstands there with flicker, like all the seating part of it. And it's like obviously you're not looking at the grandstands, you're in the middle of a corner, but it's like very obvious in peripheral vision. It's kind of distracting. I don't understand why stuff like I still like playing this on the console better than on the PC. Looks better, more consistent.
This is turn 10 you're talking about here, so go figure.
Does that actually look better though?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe you've got some settings incorrect then.
I have like everything on auto except for I turned off ray tracing. Because I tried it on and off and I didn't really notice much of a difference at all. And the difference that I did notice wasn't the kind of shit that I was looking at during a race anyway, so. I also had some weird graphical glitches. What were we testing at Grand Oak for something? And when the exhaust would do like an overrun flame thing,
Right.
it would light up like further than the car's headlights would light up. Like on the way into that 90-degree corner on the back straight, like the gravel trap and everything out in front of the car would flash with the exhaust. It was weird.
Roger's gonna out qualify me, I think.
He had 4.6.
I thought you said a what?
A 4.6.
Oh right, okay. I thought you said a flat 3.
No, I've got a flat 3 as my best. Roger's best was like a 4.4 and he qualified with a 4.6, so. And he hates this place.
I don't know, I've done a few laps now and I can't seem to find any pace anywhere. Not to show me another second anyway. Maybe another second might come when we switch to the 5-lappers.
Yeah.
I miss having the seat adjustments in a Assetto. Like after driving some properly adjusted cars in that, like the Lambo feels wrong in physical space now.
That car. Game in G last night and was playing around with it.
You were good?
Yeah. Its force feedback's pretty good. It's also just surprisingly good on the controller. And I realized very quickly with playing it, it's kind of the same thing that I get from Wreckfest, where, yeah, it's fun to be in cockpit view and stuff too, but it's also fun to be outside the car when you can just see when you land funny and a tire goes flying off and stuff. It's kind of more entertaining that way. So I couldn't find a way to like set it up for like you can multi-map buttons, so you don't have to remap all the buttons every time you switch from controller to wheel.
Right.
But there's some like options that are made for helping controller driving, like the like speed assisted steering kind of, so the faster you go the less it turns and stuff like that. It seemed to actually work pretty good, but you can't like you have to turn that off and on depending on whether you're on the wheel or the controller. Did like a fucking Baja truck challenge thing that was pretty fun. Played around on the grid map. Which, I mean, I did that for like 45 minutes or whatever. It was just one vehicle jumping it off of shit and breaking stuff, and it's pretty good.
I remember trying to take one of the like touring car things around those like roller coaster tracks that they've got in that map.
Like between seeing the stuff break, but also just the like, I don't know why I always like watching suspension work and articulate and stuff like that. It's into a snow runner. Like, yeah, I could play in cockpit view or whatever and be more immersive, but I don't know, I like watching the truck fucking flex over rocks and through things and get up on three wheels kind of as it climb over something's more fun that way, so watching the stadium truck suspension work as you run over whoops and stuff is cool.
Kind of cool to find some stadium cars for a set Corsa.
Yeah. I found some weird Brazilian Dakar truck thing, but it was made by that Ergum guy, which means it's very questionable quality.
I got caught up on Grindhard plumbing videos over the last 2 days. Was watching him build that 355 rally car. I remembered seeing the thumbnail a few months ago, being like, "Is that Hoovy's burnt out Ferrari? No, it can't be. Tavares owns that one." Oh, I see Ross found some pace.
Yeah, that could be just the strange meetup thing. I wouldn't read too much into it.
Yeah, just give up, stop practicing. It's fine.
Yeah.
Bye, Sean.
Yes, sir.
Come on, you understeery, oversteery pig. Let's go.
That feels pretty good.
Son of a bitch.
I was about to say, you're not supposed to pull so hard.
second there, I thought the answer no, it wouldn't be. I just learned I must have been doing something wrong because I got like 287.
Did you put on the engine restrictor? Because I forgot that too again.
No, it's on.
If I was running full power and like 087, ooh, I would uninstall it. I think I missed it.
Well, we don't blame you. Some people wouldn't be able to figure that out.
How to uninstall?
No, when the car is obviously at full power instead of 40%. Oh, no wonder I was 6 seconds faster. The car was at 100% power.
First week racing with my new desk.
Oh, is that the
It's
one
not
you
a desk
posted?
though; it's a cockpit.
Yes, it is a cockpit.
Said cock.
Those your mother. Ha! Nailed it.
What, you nailed his mother?
That was implied by the joke, yeah.
Oh, can I ask when? When you nailed
Eh.
my mother?
I believe you owe his mum some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since,
2650.
since she died in 2017, I'm the beneficiary. So, pay up, bitch. I love Ross was like,
You don't know what's been going on since then.
I don't.
Was me.
Back child support.
So far removed. Oh, Cadillac already setting records. They are not the slowest team on the grid.
That's
They
the
better
mine.
not be. They had basically unlimited wind tunnel time for 2 years.
Hey,
All my dreams are coming true. Yeah, but they didn't have a car to put in it. They had to borrow a Ferrari. And they built their own rear end.
You underestimate the power of wind tunnel time.
True.
Just making her standing in the wind tunnel, making funny faces into the wind and laughing at each other, and they didn't have a car. If we cut up all these little pieces of paper and throw it in there, it'll look like it's snowing for a minute. Let's do that next.
Let's see how fast we can turn it up before we start falling over.
Yeah.
Let's remake that commercial from the 90s where the guy sits in the chair.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get the fan fast enough so we don't stand on the floor.
Stand real close to the fan and talk through it. Does our make a voice sound weird like when you do it to a floor fan?
What I never understood is why everybody did it with the fan blowing into their mouth. I always thought that was gross and weird, so I did it from behind the fan. Same effect, just a lot less dust and cigarette smoke.
Blowing, sucking, there's not really much difference there.
Okay, Randy. I am not good at this one. I'll tell you what. Everybody needs me to slow the competition down by 7 seconds a lap. There we go.
Yeah, there's this guy. His name is 4 letters long. It's spelled Ball.
And there's a bunch of numbers.
$325. Okay,
Why-
is anyone on a lap? Because I'll switch it over to 5 laps.
That's a good one.
Yeah, not really.
Assetto, but it had like 330 horsepower, and I'm pretty sure that wasn't right at all, so I didn't even bother to download it. Like an E30, 325. Don't those things have like less than 200 horsepower?
170 at 325. Actually, I'm not sure about an E30. That's E46 or E36. What does the E stand for? Electric?
Economy.
BMW economy? What?
Like the
Engineered.
longest German word.
It supports the economy because you have to buy replacement parts all the time.
I guess Sean's our first DNQ for the night.
Is he coming back?
You gotta
He
take a power
says
nap
he
before
is.
the race.
No, he says dealing with real life shit.
That does not preclude my statement.
Gross, that's the point of video games, to avoid real life shit. Yep. With you there.
Seems like Mexico got GTA 6 early, huh?
Yikes.
Practicing.
Oh, you mean the cartels?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jesus.
My knowledge of the situation is limited to about 3 sentences that was said about it the other night. Because I do my best to not turn on the news.
The U.S. pressures the Mexican government every couple of years to make a big arrest or kill, and then a bunch of violence spurs up as a response so that the U.S. government can go, look how violent it is.
Yeah.
Just don't drink the water.
Oh, I don't.
Why? What does it taste like?
It tastes like water. Feels like the shit. I brush my
Sounds
teeth
fun.
with it, though.
Okay, is everyone ready to? We are
I'm
waiting
kinda
for.
like, if you can't drink the water someplace, it's probably a sign that I'm not supposed to be there.
Everettus, if you want to ready up real quick.
You just load it in, just
Yeah,
go
I
change
wouldn't eat
tires.
the fruit off the carts either. Locals had developed an ability to fight it. Us foreigners, not a chance in hell. You will get sick.
I
Reading what?
agreed to dis. I agreed to disagree with that statement When my father was racing in Mexico, he slowly drank the water with other water and eventually built up an immunity to it.
That's
10
exactly what I
seconds.
said. The locals can eat the food off the fruit carts and drink the water, and they're fine because they've built up the immunity and it's in their system. But us being like foreigners, you go there traveling, don't eat the food off the carts because it looks good, but it isn't as good as you think. E. coli and
Locals,
salmonella is a real thing
locals
down
don't
there,
drink.
and
Locals
you can
don't
get
drink
them at
the
the same
water,
time.
but I eat the shit out of everything on the cart, the street, and everywhere. My doctor doesn't
Try to
like
get my
it,
E.
but
coli from the local McDonald's.
Locally sourced artisanal E. coli, thank you.
Exactly.
would you like to upsize your E. coli?
Sometimes Taco Bell for that true, authentic Mexican experience.
Oh, I had Taco Bell in Guatemala, but they don't use like so much fat when they cook, so it was like the experience, but none of the flavor. It was very disappointing, actually.
Did you get the experience the next day is the real question.
No, I got a stomach made of iron now. After 6 years in Mexico.
Steel plate because of a bus.
You really gotta stay flat in that turn, otherwise you go spinning.
So, third best lap.
Why did it turn that off? God damn it.
Ross, you fucked it up.
I must have undone it from changing over the lobby settings.
I know, I'm just giving you shit.
It's like in the practice thing, it just automatically does it.
How much I practiced this week? I practiced 3 times. I still think fucking track.
Bye, Bob.
Hey, boo.
Yeah, you're faster than me this season. So what?
I'm just saying hi. Holy shit. Why are you so defensive and upset about it?
His last boyfriend was faster than him too.
Dude, even if I was gay, I know I could do better than him.
Sometimes
Funny,
you
I
gotta
could
have
say the
sensitive
same
Bill.
thing about you, Thunder.
But guys, I'm not open for business.
No, you ain't
I'm
wrong.
I'm a shipper, not a receiver.
My understanding is your last job description, you do it all.
Alright, you distract me.
was so minor that damn.
Dropping out, I'm going to get a top 10 here.
I'm sitting this one out. The next one.
I think I can afford to.
Okay, ready up when you guys are ready. Let's get this going. What would you running again? Um, bullshit.
Start running.
Yeah.
What am I doing all the way up here?
There's no pit strategy involved in these. They're just straight up 2 sprints, right?
Hit if you want.
No, what I was saying is there was it's just a straight up races, no real strategy, just outrun them. Gotcha.
funny, in the rearview mirror, the front of your car kind of looks like it says turd.
You know, that great racing that they developed. I think they called it on TNG.
Subaru Forester Ultimate Customization Kit Special.
Guys,
Well,
hope all is well.
you missed a good race. It was fun. I
Up,
won.
and I bet. I was up in Caribou, Maine.
Feeling all the good Nova Scotia lobster, yeah?
Missed those. We were snowmobiling for the week.
You can't meet you cannot beat proper saltwater crab though. Oh my god. I'm sorry, lobster. Yeah. Those things. Oh my god.
Yeah, you've been away for a week.
I'm myself downshifting now to avoid the downshift protection that I got used to playing PCC.
Don't play ACC, play better AC.
Yeah. Shall. You would say when I finally get my safety rating up to 60. I just want to earn all my track medals. See what else I can claim about.
Medals that are annoying to get.
Yeah, if I wanted to do
Oh.
license challenges, I'd play Gran Turismo.
Yeah. Well, like it's not hard. You can just drive slow or whatever. But the ones that are like, I think it's the final one. You have to do 10 consecutive clean laps. And at most tracks, that's fine. But there's a few tracks that have like very like vague track limits. Mizano is kind of one of them. Some of the corners you have to cut the shit out of to run a good lap. And then there's a couple of them where it's really strict, where if you go just over onto the curb, it's dirty. And
You end up all the way back to original AC.
yeah, and like Like, I fucking hate Mazzano anyway, so when I kept running it, and I'd run like 6 clean laps, then dirty it at the same fucking spot every fucking time that it happened. Like, the exit of that stupid little double right hairpin into left, it's like square left corner. And the track limits on the exit are quite strict, but at the apex, you can run like a ton of curb. And I just wanted to get over with driving at Mazzano so fast that I wouldn't just slow down and fucking be careful. So I ended up driving there 4 or 5 times as long as I needed to, because I kept resetting it. That's a track that fucking sucks. I guess it's better than Paul Ricard.
You know, you were saying yesterday that you're having the stadium glitch.
Yeah.
I'm getting that in my rearview mirror.
Huh. Mine was doing it a minute ago when I was in test drive while you guys were running, but in the like practice thing before that, it wasn't doing it, and in the practice run there, it didn't do it.
Okay, this will be LCQ. As you remember, as always, do not complete lap 5.
I'm loading in. Give me a second.
Don't forget you cannot hit.
This is LCQ, yes. I'll try not to be a dumbass again.
It's definitely LCQ. Soon everyone readies up. Lights will.
We're ghosted here.
We're not dead. Mr. Sam. Oh, who else isn't? Mr. Grundle, ready up.
I'm having trouble. My controller's not detecting in the game.
I'm about to give you the most revolutionary piece of IT tech tips you've ever heard.
Well, I
Have
just
you
gotta
tried
do it.
turning
Give me
off
a
and on
second.
again? Okay.
Yeah.
Unplug it, plug it back in.
You really have to wait a minute.
If you stand on one leg, rub your head in a clockwise direction and rub your belly in an anti-clockwise direction.
You know how like when you reset your modem, they're like 30 seconds or a minute.
If you just wax it, it comes back faster.
We're getting some feedback from someone. Who's that?
It's Pinto.
Into if you'd like to mute your microphone. Thank you.
third or fourth there advantage?
I think I was in third.
Yeah.
I was earning my drip points though. Don't copy off my sheet though. I'm just circling C.
Traction and stability control is getting a workout. Fuck the hell.
None of that.
I had the pace for a 0.5. I just couldn't put it together.
Holy guacamole, that was a handful.
Oh, 2.
Ross got my best on his cold lap. I don't know how these folks do it.
Witchcraft.
They are aliens.
Slapping always feels a little more sticky.
Quit trying to hump me, old Grundle. I see that.
Had everybody across the line?
Damn you, Sam Loss. Damn you.
Anybody still out on track?
I'm guessing that means no. Was that you, Mule, that asked what gear I was in?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I came into that corner too hot and literally drifted the whole thing and gained 3/10. So
Screenshots are captured. Feel free to finish or quit out.
Are you usually going into that in third or fourth?
I'll let you know when I get there. I think I go in fourth, but I try to hit the apex at third.
Yeah, I think I'm always in third.
Yeah, I go into it, shift down. Yeah, I'm in third, coasting most of third until I get to the middle apex, and then I power out of it.
Well, that sucked. That sucked a lot. Didn't get one normal lap in. They all felt
I think
absolute
there's
shit.
probably a 1 in it. All 3 of my laps, I blew that first hairpin going on the back, like not majorly bad. And then didn't really get the and like the 4 or whatever, I also fucked up turn 3 pretty bad. Like at that point I'd given up. I was already 0.28 down or something and was like, let's fucking run it out. Yeah, I was surprised somebody didn't get me.
I kept making up 0.3 of a second through the hotel section, but I would like dirty it at the chicane or something like that, and be like, "Well, this lap's fucking worthless." So let's just see what kind of pace I can put out, and no, it was dumb.
Hey, again.
Yep.
Thank you.
Your settings wrong.
Yep.
Your settings are wrong for qualifying. Redo
What?
it.
Preview the race at the end of the season.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Oranges, by the way. Rog told me I had to thank you. for making his internet shit, then I'm lagging out or something, or not restarting, one or the other. I think you made his internet shit or something.
Not my fault. Somebody put a wall in my way.
Yeah, I full noised it into the wall and got no damage. I was like, what? On fuel and tires only.
Well, Boo set the lobby up. Blame him.
Yeah, it's Bruce's fault. Fucking Canadian.
When I first got in there, he forgot to put the power cut on. I should have checked the rest.
Yeah, that happened last week too, or the week before.
I was going down.
Yeah, last week, Carolina.
Going down the straight, I was like 7th gear. That's the first time we've ever hit that.
I'm just glad I got a time, and I never thought this cunt was never coming. And then when he came here, he was here for like fucking 40 minutes. I'm like, fuck's sake, can you just fuck off? Any work been done here since it was last year? It's like only by me.
Yeah.
One that fixes any fucking thing around here.
What do you want?
Oranges, you can add Old Grundle to the sheet, I guess, since he's not in there. I keep doing this.
Oh, you just show
I
us.
see Creech in there as well.
Yeah, he messaged me, I can't get the PI on the car right or whatever, and I was just like, I don't know, man, try to reset it, I guess. Bob left and didn't come back. I guess he's like, Yas Marina bad guy, maybe. No 7.
No seven
Didn't
at all.
7 post? Yeah, 7 posted add him to the back.
Oh.
What are you doing? What is this nonsense?
Did you say I need to add Creek too?
Oh, maybe? I don't know.
I think he was there, wasn't he?
He was there for a little bit and then he left, and then he messaged me during LCQ and said I can't get the PI to match or whatever. And I just said
true.
restart,
Oh, fuck.
like reset the car and try again. I'm not gonna spend a bunch of time trying to help him when he, might not be able to join the lobby
Picking
or
on the
might
old
not
guy.
do the thing or
You're just laughing at the old guy.
Well,
Aye.
if the old guy wasn't so
Try to help him.
laughable.
Well, like 2 weeks ago, he messaged me on Tuesday and is like, "Do I have time to join?" Like, join what? Like, you never race on Tuesdays. And I said, "Join what?" And he just never answered. So, I don't know if he thought it was Monday, and then realized it wasn't, or what the deal was. But all right, so we need to figure out what the fuck we're doing with this thing. I'm kind of to the point where if it was just me right now, I would just say, hey guys, the first crown jewel is canceled. We're just going to do a one-off for fun and just explain. Like, the point of these was to do events that are
relevant to stuff that we do or have historically done and stuff in the past. And our original plan changed, and the new one just doesn't feel like a special event, so we're just gonna resume the season like last time and start at Bathurst in April. Whatever, because like obviously I do have a shiny new toy to play with instead, but I also just find that like I don't care about this one. It doesn't feel important or unique or special or anything in any way. So I don't know. I don't like I ran a test, my data kind of backs up Kiwis as far as like 2.6 something tire wear. And if we cut that in half, then we get 40 something laps of fuel. And that's like an hour and 20 minutes or something, probably. But I don't know if there's any point in doing any kind of, or like attempting any kind of fuel strategy thing, because it's just going to get messed up at sunset because there's walls everywhere, so there's like no chance we don't have a caution. And like, you know, it's fine if we have a
We won't
caution.
have a caution now because he said that.
Right. Like, it's fine if we have a caution, but if we're going to make, like, a caution, if we set it up for fuel range, would only destroy the strategy because everybody would just pit under the caution and be good to go to the end. So, changing the tires so that it's a tire limited race, and then a caution comes out at some point, you know, and you have to adjust and decide whether you're taking the early one and trying to make it to the end or whatever might be more interesting. But again, like, I just kind of don't care enough to go test it. Like, I'd rather test something for Bathurst or for Kyalami or one of the ones that I actually give half a shit about than I would sit around driving that thing. So, I don't know, like, I kind of don't really care either way, but we need to have it figured out so that I can write up the thing and post it.
Yeah, I'd say just pick either the tires or the fuel, send it, but just don't call it a crown jewel event.
Yeah.
Expedition for the crown jewel.
Yeah.
Exhibition crown jewel.
Yeah. And like, it'll
Use
be
it
on
as a
fight week.
qualifier for multi-class stuff. Maybe.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Anime? This is kind of your baby. A little bit.
My redheaded stepchild, more like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if we did it as a full, like, 90-minute race, which would be, like, what, 51 laps-ish?
Like, when I ran my run, I probably didn't get like the best lap out of it for sure, but I had a 41, which, you know, usually, you know, not necessarily getting the best lap is a good way to figure out what a realistic time for it is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what,
I was in the
101
45s.
seconds, so...
I was in the low 45s, but I was like going into the corner super hard and then fucking spinning the wheels on the exits, trying to wear the tires out too.
Be 53.4 laps at 141.
And you were getting, what, about
And
46
drop about a second
laps
for
of
the
fuel?
average.
Just a second, let me actually rise the calculator and see exactly what it is. 46.2. Thing is, even at half tire wear though, the tires do about 44 laps to 60%.
We can crank the tire wear up and just force it start. And then that takes away the wheel being better on the tires if they have to stop anyway.
I'm trying to do math backwards in my head here. So that's about 11 laps to get 10% power. Roughly. I mean, I assume it'll pick up a little bit past 60 because it'll start sliding the car a little bit more.
Yeah.
No, hold on. I did that backwards. 11 laps is 15% tire wear. So then 2/3 of that round down. Like 7 more laps to get to 70%. That puts you right at 51. I don't know. My thoughts were like aim for a distance to where if there's like a really early caution in like the first like 3 laps or something as people are trying to get used to the car, it doesn't open up a window where everyone just dives into the pits and is set for the whole race. So you'd want it to be a bit longer than that, but not too much longer that it turns into the wheel drivers have all the advantage nonsense.
Yeah.
The bigger the window, the more the chance there is to strategy. 3 laps is pretty early, but like if it's a 50 lap race, then you got between lap 15 and lap 35 or something to pit.
Yeah, it would be easier if we could just turn off tire wear and leave on fuel or double fuel burn and no tire wear or something, but
yeah,
it's not going to give us those options at this point, so I don't know. Yeah, it's different too, because like some of the old tires in this game last forever and some of them don't, whereas like in Forza 7 pretty much all the old tires lasted a really long time.
Plus fuel load will make a difference too, eh?
Yeah, maybe that's one thing I didn't test with the car. Kind of meant to, but once we tested the thing,
So I think Anime did some high fuel runs and said that it settled it down, but it understeered more maybe? I can't quite remember. I'm sure Anime did a couple of full tank runs though.
Yeah, I did at least 1 or 2. The car feels more stable. I don't know if it's necessarily faster. It's kind of a similar boat to that old Mercedes where like at super low fuel, it's got a really big fuel tank, so the fuel weight is actually a significant portion of the vehicle weight. So as the tank empties, it pretty drastically changes the handling.
So the smart way would be run about half a tank and then put another half a tank in it.
Maybe, but I mean, if the full tank doesn't slow you down any, and it just makes you more stable, then you might as well just run the full tank and
slower start, a quicker start.
I don't know, if we don't fuck with the tire wear, leave it as default, you would get what?
About 22 laps.
22 laps?
But the one thing that we haven't tested though is whether there's any significant difference between the controller and the wheel for this car, and that's the kind of thing that would require us getting into a lobby and driving for a while and getting up to speed and then comparing notes on.
Well, I was about 2.5% per lap on tire wear on my wheel.
It was 2.64 was what mine came out to.
Like that's, statistically significant at least.
Yeah, it's 1.4, it's the difference. So how much further how many laps will you get at 2.64 compared to 2.5? Yes, sorry.
Okay, so looking at 12 laps tonight for races, I figure we probably better do that. Yeah, so if we use 60 divided by 22.7 laps that I would get versus, well, that's just a 62, and like obviously we can run to 70 now, but they'll slow down, so I've just kind of been using that as my number still. So be about 1.3 laps difference in range.
That's not too bad. We can mitigate that.
Yeah.
Of course, I am also one of the harder wheel drivers on their tires. I'm sure Ball and Ross can eke another 0.5% out of it.
Still though, it's only going to push it up maybe one more lap at most.
Yeah. I don't know, and especially like
there's no
if
way they could
practice
no
strategy
stop
anyway, so.
There's no way they
Like-
could no stop it, and we have to stop, sort of thing. So
yeah.
it'll be alright.
Unless we did the
That's
half
the
tire
other thing
ride.
too, is that if we
Yeah.
like if we are just gonna be like, all right, it's no longer the crown jewel opener, it's just a special event that we're running, then I also care way less if we get something like that wrong, because it's not for points and it's not supposed to be like, ooh, big event that we fucked up. It's just a one-off where we were trying something. So yeah, if we're all on the same page, or just like I'll just make an announcement that says like, you know, we had a plan, because my original plan was to do the Camel GT thing, but then as we talked about it, and like it's tough to get into those cars with no practice, because we know people are going to show up and be like, what, not the Lamborghini this week, and then they got to drive an 800 horsepower, you know, that kind of stuff. Just say that like the plan changed and we're adjusting. It's now just a
Solid
special event.
exhibition
Here's the
for
build
the
and
crown
stuff.
jewel.
Yeah. I had my intro written for it too, and because it's like on bike week, I started off with, well, all the fat, and then like cut it off, and then bikers are in Daytona Beach for bike week. We'll be doing Daytona things elsewhere. See who gets the South Park reference and who doesn't get the South Park reference and just gets mad because
I don't know. I'm in the boat of I think it could still make sense as a crown jewel, but if people are like, no, let's just not, then fine. I don't care.
We make it the exhibition.
yeah.
It's not a hill I'm willing
care,
to die on.
but like I don't care too much. But if we're gonna do something like that, that has like, I'd rather do the safer option for it instead of the one that we might fuck up the calculation on and have it end up, you know, people at the end of it, they're going, what a joke, you know. So
No, that sounds good.
and let's see, we talked a little bit about Bathurst too, and like we have the V8 supercars to fall back on, or not, sorry, the NASCARs to fall back
and you
on.
got a
That was
Beamer
fun.
and thing as
Yeah.
well.
Like the NASCARs were fun last year, so if none of the testing for the other stuff seems like it's balancing out too well or whatever, we can run that again.
What year Beamer is it? The Beamer in
the 86 or whatever it is, 635.
Oh yeah.
And the VK Commodore.
Saying it's not like the 92, 93 BMW.
No, that thing doesn't really work.
I could pretend to be Denny Helm.
Yeah. That BMW
Tie
doesn't
on
really
Conrad
work
Street.
very good for stuff. It just like
Yeah.
doesn't handle as good as it should. It makes it really hard to balance with other stuff. And without race suspension, it's like unpredictably slippy. I'll feel okay
Denny
one
Helm
lap, and
tied
the
on
next
it.
lap I'll snap. Yeah.
They sucked though in the race, like they would be nowhere. What's it up against? The 86, 87?
85.
85.
The VK Commodore.
Oh yeah, the Opal. Is
There
that
were
the
a few
one
other things.
where when you have the fucking race suspension and it bottoms out, or is that the VN?
That's the VL Commodore or whatever
Oh,
the
the
88
VL.
is.
Yeah. Okay. Do they have sport suspension or race? Or?
They're sport tuning, so sport transmission and sport suspension, and then yeah, race sway bars and brake diff. Basically, yeah, they have sport brakes, so they're still tunable. But
Yeah, what class are they in?
I didn't add much power, like kind of mid upper B class, if I remember right, around 570 or something. They're kind of like just an alternate version of the Sierra and the L Commodore that we did for a one-off a while back.
Yeah.
Sort of the same build philosophy and stuff, about the same pace. So yeah, I just only have like very initial builds done on them though, so I don't remember what track I used to test them at, and they were pretty close out of the box, but it wasn't Bathurst, I think. It was a little bit different with longer straights and stuff. Yeah, so what if we were to... Yeah, I don't know, for people who care more than me what, like, not even worrying about whether it's a crown jewel or not, but just does anybody have any preference for, like, which thing we do for the sunset thing? As far as run the higher tire wear and make it more clearly no option but one stop it, or
Yeah, I think it's
again,
better
we
to
can be
make
kind
it.
of flexible with the time.
I think one stops the way forward.
Yeah. Because you just know some people are going to be dumb and try to two-stop it anyways.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you get 22 to 24 laps on a set of tires,
And we do
then
maybe 48 laps or something.
well, 48 laps would work great for guys in the wheel, and we'd be too laps short on the controller. So maybe either adding another 2 laps to it. That's kind of the tricky spot with that, is that if you add it so that everybody struggles, then it might just become impossible on one, depending on what the race's pace is like.
And cautions.
But I guess
I
that
was
could also be
thinking-
quite interesting, because we'll have some cautions. So it's, do you actually revert to 2 stops on one of the cautions, and then you don't have to worry about it at all, or do you stick with it where you're going to be barely scraping through on one stop?
Yeah, I think that opens up more strategy options. I think I would lean towards rolling start 50 green flag laps.
Yeah.
That way no one's having to try to launch
50 for the 500?
a fucking... Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a nice round number.
It's the Daytona 50.
Daytona 50?
Sunset Peninsula.
Yeah. I wonder how bad of a poster I could make with AI for it. Or if I'd be better off just
And you
making
should
one
do
in
it.
MS Paint.
You seem to get the better old school posters, I reckon. Like the Porsche one.
I just wanted to check.
The other day, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I told it to do that, and like I said, have the Mustang running over a kangaroo that's flying through the air and spraying blood out of it, and it was like, no, I can't do that. So I was like, okay, make the kangaroo flying through the air, spraying ketchup everywhere, and ketchup splattered on the Mustang, and it was just like, okay. And then it had a ketchup bottle flying through the air with the kangaroo. And I was like, okay, now don't change anything but remove the ketchup bottle. And it still changed the thing and like add the 100% Aussie muscle or whatever. And I was like,
Yeah.
whatever, fuck it. Good enough. The kangaroo was pretty fucking retarded looking in all of them, though. As far as there was one of them where it had 3 ears, and then the one that's got bear is just like a messed up looking face / head. But then again, it has been hit by a Mustang, so I was fine. It's part of the fun. Also, if you look at it on the mountain behind it, it kind of says Mount Bangrama instead of Panorama.
What app did you use
we're
for
getting some
that?
people complaining tonight. ChatGPT. Because
Why?
I don't know
Really
if I
complaining?
wrote down my settings wrong, or if the clouds that appear in the game are random or something, but I'm pretty sure the reason why there's clouds and stuff for the first race was to try to block the sun being in people's eyes, and it did not work. Which, like, I tested this and set things to have it work. And it is not. I mean, it's only really in one spot of the track anyways, so it doesn't really matter, and it's not like it's blinding, but... So I'd say I'm wondering if I wrote down mostly, or partly cloudy, and I meant to write down cloudy, or whatever, but I mean, I don't know, the same for everybody who gives a shit.
You can't always have partly cloudy weather and it'll be okay.
Yeah.
It's Yas Marina as well.
Well, it just confuses me because like I test this stuff and arrive for a reason. I don't just randomly pick stuff, and then I can't remember what the. Well, remember there was the Mid-Ohio one too that was confusing. I'm not convinced something wasn't broken on that one though, because somebody said like, no, the sun's moving, but it really wasn't on my screen because when me and Ross tested it, we had about, if I remember right, like 3 laps before it went down behind the trees.
Yeah.
So we were like, that's fine, because we'll do a pace lap that'll take a long time, and it'll be, 1 lap or whatever. And it just never did. Well, it did, but it did like 20-something laps into the race instead.
Yeah, I think the time scaling was probably off on that one. Not like off completely, but like set wrong.
Yeah.
Unlike some people we can name who forget to set time scales in their big events.
Also, I meant to do that and then I forgot to do it. Oranges, did you figure out weather and stuff for your race?
Did I?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Like, there was a while where we had a bunch of shit, where like
You remember what
Raj
trick
typed
you
a
picked?
fucking book in the thing or whatever, so some stuff got buried, and Ross's got buried before I added it to the thing, so I gotta go find it. But
What trait did you pick, Oranges?
Rubber green.
Oh, Magellan.
Magello was the staff pick, because the Nürburgring was Ross's. Or, I'm sorry, Oranges. I'm saying Ross's because I just found Ross's settings for the thing here.
Oh,
Yeah, let's do thunderstorms into heavy rain. To overcast rain.
When we ran the Lamborghinis there in 7, didn't we have, like, what is the second race, a night race? On one hand, that seems like a really bad idea in a fast car that was easy to crash, but for some reason I seem to remember, like, going into Tiergarten area and stuff with it being all lit up with taillights and shit and dark.
Man, I don't remember.
Oh, the fairy lights now.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Ow, cat.
It's definitely a lot brighter in this game than it was in 7 at the dark, Everywhere.
Yeah,
Also,
I'll send you some weather this week. Or after the race tonight or something if you remind me. Or now since I got 15 minutes.
We'll say in the daytime it is a lot easier to work out where the fuck you are. But
Also, like, fair warning, I am fully prepared. We're just going to throw Ross under the bus when someone is inevitably really mad at his race settings.
yeah, what is the
Okay.
settings?
Because I'm not convinced that this
What did you
is
do,
going to
Ross?
be a good mechanic.
What did he do?
Well, the thing
it's
is,
just one of those ones where it's rain at the end and rain at the beginning. So if you miss your pit window by 1 lap, you are 30 seconds off the pace and you're fucked. And I personally don't like I don't think lottery is a good mechanic for how the race goes. Like if we had some sort of like even if there was like half a lap before it got wet enough to need rain tires or something, then I'd be okay with it. But since it could just go to heavy rain and within 3 corners you're sliding off the road like it's an ice rink, then, you know, like it...
Fuck, I'll just start on the wets, bro. Start on the wets. It's a sprint race. Who gives a fuck? Send it. Sure, you can make up the pit stop if you're, you know, from the time you lose clean on the dry. That's what
Just
I'd be
whether you
doing, yeah.
cook your wets in the few in
Yeah.
the laps before the changeover.
And like there will be some reward for risking it, kinda, because if you come in when you like you get to the lap that it might change and you go, I guess I'll just pit now and go onto the wets, and if you get unlucky and you spend 2 laps on the wets before it starts raining, then yeah, you're down a ton of time. So, I mean, like, it'll be interesting. It's not that I don't think it's a fun mechanic for a race, but also, like I say, just having, like, a season race where it's basically flip a coin. I usually try to avoid that by putting in, like, a light rain in the middle or something, so that way, if you miss the light rain by a lap, you're 2 seconds slower, not
it's more
probably
realistic,
crashing
though.
and off in the sand trap somewhere. And not really, though.
You haven't
I mean,
seen
like,
the weather
it has
right
to
now.
fucking pour.
Oh, it has been. It has been in the UK for the last.
Slicks being cleared. Yeah, I mean,
Have you
I don't know,
not?
like
Have
hot
you seen the
slicks
weather that
and
we've been having?
15 cars on a track. It doesn't turn wet on the racing line in 3 corners. And like usually, if it rains hard enough to do that, they're red flagging the race anyway.
Oh, I'll be back in 1 minute.
What time scale?
We've still got a bit of time.
Yeah, we still got 15 minutes or so.
X4, my bad.
Okay, I'll just go put this stuff in now, otherwise I'll forget to do it later. Also, did we decide whether we're doing 3 laps of Nordschleife versus 2 laps of... I posted somewhere, because I ran like a lap, what the time was for just a Nordschleife lap. Look, I posted it, yes. I know I posted it in the staff room. Where I tested it. Is it in my notes maybe? Instead, that'd be easier.
It probably got buried.
Okay, so yeah, Nordschleife in the Lambo was 9 minutes and 18 seconds. So we could either do 3 laps because there's no cautions, and then it's 28 minutes, or probably realistically closer to 30 minutes a race. Or we could do 2 laps of the combined thing. That'd probably be like a 22-minute race.
3x9. That's my vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the thing, if I'm doing 918s, then people are going to be doing 10 flats. So, that was my, I mean, which, again, well, where I am, like, I don't care if I have to stay up late if the race runs over a little bit, but I know for some people it...
Yeah, so where we arrive with the Daytona thing, 50 laps. Let me write this so I can finish up my input thread for it. Well, that's the other thing. So, with that format, are we still just sticking with it being a crown jewel?
I don't mind it being
Doesn't
a
matter
crown
to me
jewel,
if
but
you guys figure
yeah.
We do need to figure out the weather and time stuff for it. We talked about doing it on a 12-hour thing and figuring out, or a times 12 thing, so we can get day to night to day, sort of have the 24-hour experience, even though it won't be 24 hours.
So if you were doing your 41s, was it, for 50 laps, how long would that take?
84 minutes, so an hour and 24 minutes.
That's probably about 4 minutes for a qualifying or a pace lap. Just, getting the grid all squared away.
So maybe a qualifying and then a 15-minute break and into the race sort of thing? Half-hour state start, maybe?
Yeah.
Normally the person that affects most is Sam, eh? The time we start the race.
Yeah, sometimes.
So if we do a 12-hour time scale, that's 17.4 hours in-game.
Starting it in the afternoon sometimes, so it runs through the night, then into morning.
Yeah.
We want to have qualifying be at night, so we'll get some laps at night.
Yeah, that's probably fine. If we start at 4 in the afternoon, that runs us around to about 10 a.m.
Okay. So that's 1600 start. We can do... I don't know how that will work out exactly. We could do, like, cloudy first part, light haze or whatever the lowest option is, the middle part, so that's through the night where it's not, like, distracting really, and then run into, like, mostly clear or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Let's see, try and remember there's much of a difference. Alright, then I will finish writing up the thing and get it posted up. The info, I'll get the bills put together and stuff too. Alright then.
Back Hill's old thumbs. Still doing it?
Yeah, use thumbs.
Yep.
Basically the same.
Yeah. I seen yours, I was gonna jump in second even, and I was like, fuck. Shit to do.
Let's see, the next thing we'll have to figure out is the Catalunya stuff. That one, the plan was to make it a fuel race, since we can't usually have those. Again, I guess I'm not 100% sure if we can do that. We'll have to test that out at some point.
How many weeks till that one?
2. 3. The 16th, so... And then Magello's the other one that we need to figure out, but it's just a sprint round, so there's nothing complicated about that. It's just deciding what time of day looks prettiest and stuff.
The mountains and that, so a sunset or a sunrise will look nice, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. See, we gotta start figuring out what the hell we're gonna do for Tuesday nights too. We need some people, of the people who checked the thumbs up, I'll
See you,
do
mate. Be
this.
good.
Ball was the only one that showed up. Kinda. 7, no advantage, no. Thunder, no. Nobody else. We'll see like what our numbers look like and decide what we want to do moving into, like, if we want to change, because our format and stuff has been pretty different. Running no damage in real short races, because sometimes we only have 6 people, so to keep things bunched up, it makes more sense to do these little short sprints. But if we're going to have double digits of people possibly, and, you know, go back to running damage and fuel and tires and stuff, and not necessarily have them matter every week, but, you know, not necessarily run weird multipliers and stuff all the time. Get people used to that, or what we want to do for it. I guess just something to kind of figure out. It's one thing we have a little bit of a problem with sometimes.
I'd start with, if
Yeah.
it was me, I would be starting with something simple, and then sort of once you get, you know, more people
Yeah, well,
into it, don't know
that's
what
the
they're doing
thing
and
is
shit,
that-
and start making it more complicated.
Like, most of the people who are running have either already been running on the Xbox version, or have been running enough that, like, they kind of know what they're doing with the game and stuff already. So I think we could probably
that.
handle it. But yeah, and the other question is just whether or not, like, I was getting a little tired. So, I mean, not that it's been really bad or anything, but we've had several instances in the last few seasons of people just, like, you know, stuffing it 3 wide someplace, and it's not even like it's the most ridiculous attempt. It just is very much a, like, me need another position instead of, hey, let's all get to the end of this race and have a fun, close race kind of stuff going on. And I don't know, there's like me and Punisher get boned in it a lot, and rear-ended or something, and whatever. But so I mean, I'm probably more annoyed by it than some people are. So I don't know if we need to like redo some wording and some remind people of some rules and stuff. And I don't know whether the damage would help encourage people to just, you know, let it play out, or whether it's it just means that the guy that gets run into is now got a damaged car or whatever too on top of it, kind of thing. Like, Go Big won't be able to race, and he's one of the ones that, not necessarily that, like, he doesn't necessarily make it 3 wide and crash into someone in the process. He just makes it 3 wide and makes it awkward for everyone, and then the outcome is that somebody gets squeezed somewhere or something, and, you know, like, it's not necessarily him that runs into the person, he just really makes it uncomfortable. Homer kind of tends to do that too.
So turn on damage, run longer races, and remind people you gotta get to the end.
We can at least, you know, try one as a one-off kind of experiment thing and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do like a night with 3 or 4 races and do the first 2 no damage, the second 2 with damage.
Yeah. Kind of depends on what we're doing too. Like, if we're driving a car that's really easy to spin out, then, you know, if you spun, then you've already fucked your race up anyway, kinda.
Yeah.
If it's a shorter race, so you don't need the damage on top of it. But if we're driving something that's easy to drive and people shouldn't be spinning it out and stuff, then, you know, it's just kind of what my plan was to drive something pretty simple at first. It also kind of eliminates, I mean, I don't know, like, you can turn the damage down, so it's only like 50% or whatever, so you have to hit stuff harder to get damage. And bump drafting in Assetto Corsa is usually not a very good idea anyway, but there are some cars where it kind of works, usually slower things. So if you turn the damage up, then sometimes it gets rid of the bump drafting, which is kind of fun, but then again, also for everyone finishing the race, maybe not the best idea to use anyway. But yeah, I don't know, like, I'm not planning on starting a season for a couple of weeks, so we can run some test nights and get an idea for who's going to show up with any kind of regularity and stuff before we commit to doing anything. I already have a few ideas for things to do that I think make sense as starter seasons.
One of your test nights, you could do something like just do like one qualifier and then do like a sprint followed by like an enduro followed by a sprint or something, and do like a, but kind of keep it at like the same track or at least same environment or something.
Right.
And you can kind of do like a 15-minute race or a 10-minute race or something, and then like a 30 or 40-minute race to see how people handle those.
Well, so the problem with doing that kind of stuff is that you can't manually organize the grid, and you can't change something like that without completely remaking the lobby. So
there's no way to manually organize the grid in that content manager thing?
No. Some guy designed some app thing where you can, like, app, air quotes. I think it's just an Excel spreadsheet that if you have everyone's GUID and you set the server to like booking only or something, and then you set it up with everybody's ID, have them join the server, then it'll give you a server dot whatever INI log, and then you can open the log and have everyone leave the server again, and then go in and manually organize stuff in the Excel sheet, which will then convert it to a thing that puts it in the INI folder. Like, it's too much work, kind of.
I feel like just do rolling starts.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, too. We usually just run tire blankets in the console version, but that's been the problem with the rolling starts on the console version sometimes, is that it basically just means that everybody's tires get really fucking cold at turn 1 because you gotta drive around at 40 miles an hour for a while. So if we're just not gonna run tire blankets anyway, though, then everybody's used to cold tires and there's no impact. So I'm kind of fine with that. Especially depending on what the car is, too. Like, I mean, I'm looking at a few things. That Peugeot 205 seems like it's a pretty good starter thing. We can also do something like the Trabant. We've driven it a few times, but it makes for close racing. The Jetta was alright, but it was a little trickier to drive, it seemed like, for some people. There's something else that I found that was pretty good. That I found one that was like a vintage car, but I figured it's a like good beginner vintage car, but I figured it's probably better to save that for another time. We have a few other things we found. There's like a Civic that's quite good. There's that Rover 220 thing. So like we have several options. I've already kind of looked at some tracks for, you know, like since we have all the track options, we can do a Peugeot season where we race at French tracks and French Canadian tracks, and we can do Trois-Rivières and Mont Tremblant.
And Watkins Glen?
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that to piss Boo off. It'd be kind of fun.
We could always do some African tracks as well for the French one, considering when I went to Africa, that's pretty much all I saw was Peugeot 205 taxis.
Yeah, I was thinking about that's the thing I want to... One of the things that I kind of don't like is sometimes people just don't speak up on stuff until we're in the fucking race or whatever. And like for me, we have so many options. Like, part of the reason why we'd switch stuff quicker in a setup Corsa was A, we only had 6 people sometimes. So, depending on what happened, like, there wasn't much movement in the championships. There was no reason to do 8 or 10 races where we just do 5 or something. We also were limited on content. Sometimes it was tough to pick stuff that we didn't just do the last season. Stuff. But now that we have these options, like, I'm fine with running 6-week seasons or whatever and not having to worry about it. But, like, I can't tell when some people kind of have this, like, I'm bored with this. I don't, like, and we did one night of it, and they don't want to play anymore. And then some people, like, what? Drive at the same track all night? That sounds crazy. And then some people that, I mean, like, Mark kind of does that. Like, the NFAC guys, they think it's kind of like, oh, I gotta change tracks up. Gotta do at least 2 tracks a night or whatever. But then Mark's also, like, the first one to kind of make some comment that's like, yeah, well, I don't know the fucking track, so what am I supposed to do? Kind of, like, I don't have a chance to learn it.
Well, Furnace Ball was a bit like that the other day.
Yeah, maybe we'd have... Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, too, yeah. If we're learning someplace new, then running 4 races at it over the night or whatever is good, because you get to figure it out. But, I don't know. So, getting a feel for what people want to do and trying to get people to say in an environment that isn't like a high pressure, like, tell me right now what we're doing, kind of might help.
Oh, I'll see you over there. Good luck, everyone.
Yep.
Is it that time already?
Yep. I'm making the lobby right now, but making sure my settings, yes, full. 18.
We're gonna go to the lavatory then. I'll be right back.
Alright. And that looks right. I'm gonna save the settings. Remake it. It doesn't. Feels like more weeks than not we have to remake the lobby between race 1 and 2 anyway, so.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
Yeah, Creech might turn up. We start at the back too. I don't know if he gave up or if he figured out the car since he didn't message me again.
Switch over to the other chat.
I fucking rushed through the rally last night so that I could be done with the Xbox and walked up stage 3 or whatever it was. And tried to make up for it and fucked up the next, well, 2 stages later, even worse.
I'm back. Well,
Not happy about that team name.
They're out racing a pro and they're the top of the
What?
list.
What are you
could
talking
have
about?
done
It's
a
the
lot
greatest
worse.
team name in the world.
No, I said team
No,
name.
it is.
Team name.
Oh.
Team
Oh,
name
yeah, the name.
sucks.
Oh, that's funny. That's fucking hilarious. I was expecting something different, but that is.
Fuck you.
I'll stop so you don't hear me laughing. This hurts.
That's very funny. Yep.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is. That's not up to
But
you,
it's
Boo.
the truth.
Yeah, it
Says,
is.
That's funny.
Dude, that almost hurts to breathe this much. Holy shit. That's fucking hilarious.
I mean, when you ping him in the Discord and ask for a team name and only one of the teammates responds, you kind of just gotta roll with it.
Fire Oranges, my team name has been the same fucking thing from day one. You should know that.
Hey, I mean,
Oh yeah, I gotta try to
Raj
do
and
the
Sam have had the
ARC.
same team name for a while, but every once in a while they change it up.
There is no change up in my team name. There never will be.
Well, there was.
I joined at the
And
worst time. Just blew my eardrums out.
Just
You
boo
don't
your
need
eardrums out.
He blew my eardrums out.
Eh, 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 eh.
All right. Remember, wet tires, 5 laps of fuel. You'll be good.
Fucking cinder butt.
We just started watching Mr. D, and it's fun to see Jonathan Torrens as the principal of the school and not J-Rock.
It can't be easy for him to play someone that isn't J-Rock, eh?
I find I haven't done much acting, but when I have like a really distinct character, it's just easy to exist as that character, and then the scenes get easier.
Yeah.
Like, I have this character named Dick Lloyd Dawson, and he's from Boston. Go fuck yourself. And he is great at freestyle battle rapping. Steve is not anywhere as good at freestyle battle rapping as Dick Lloyd Dawson. It's weird. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, well, Kiwi's co-driver's name's cooler than yours, but we're just leaving it at that. You have to be a part of the WRC.
I haven't raced it for fucking ages.
Well, we got 2 days left on this current one. There's only been like 8 people sign up for it or something. Morbid did a little write-up. I can't remember.
I think Roger's gonna do his soon.
And there's only.
I don't know if he did it last night or.
I did mine last night.
Yeah, I'll get mine today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow.
Sure, I named my co-driver Cat Herder.
All right, we got 2 minutes here, so we'll just run through the usual reminders. If you go off track, resafe jointly, and follow the pit entry, pit exit lines if you do decide to pit. Restart zone, if we do have a caution, will be the apex of the final corner, since that's a pretty clear apex here. Any questions? Excellent. Next week is going to be Crown Jewel event, so we will not be driving the Lamborghinis. We'll be driving something else. Morbid will be putting up the info thread here in the next few days or so, so be on the lookout for that. We'll be doing
maybe a Civic.
Daytona 24 simulation. So
yeah, we had a different plan originally, and it kind of got scrapped and changed, so we're a little behind on it. But I'll try to finish it up tonight and get it posted. It's not like anybody practices ahead of time anyway, but
Turbo LS.
We talking about practice?
What's practice?
The fuck?
Morbid, I'm going to ask that you please watch your language from here going forward. That was well.
Let's see, we got 17 people and 17 because Sean's not making it.
Playoffs?
Maybe that's what we could do for a season, is a playoff season.
You want to do a supercars?
that starting?
Shoot it. Get Ryan Wood in here to take the leader out.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out when that starts so I can hang myself before it.
Everybody's checked up, Morbid, so whenever you're ready.
All right. There we go, I guess.
Good luck, everyone.
One last time into the breach. Ball is in his natural habitat.
Oh, this is new.
Has it been that long since you raced with us, Grendel?
Been a year.
Far out.
So long ago.
Feels like
who's
only
faster?
yesterday. I reckon the years are going faster.
They definitely feel like they're going faster.
Oh, you got the simulation on 2x speed or something.
Might be.
Seven. All right. Is that right? Yeah, 'cause no Sean. So.
It's good.
All right. Away we go. Remember, it's standing start, so go on go. Or green, or whatever the fuck it says.
Go, I do believe.
Doesn't it start with a B? Have some O's in it?
Oh,
on box.
First, second verse, boo.
Booger.
Go racing, boys.
$15-point deduction.
I'm your teammate.
May the shorts be with you.
That's a drive-through.
Look at a large fries.
Whoa, it was like my back wheels aren't attached to the track.
Only turn 10, they might not be.
I just put a nasty scuff on Orange's front bumper from that.
Like, it turned the wheel and it was like the back end was like... It didn't even make like a skidding sound. It just like... It was just like floating away from me.
All the Gojacks from the crew.
One mounted one of your back tires sideways.
Fuck, sorry.
Oops, sorry, right there with you.
Oh.
Sorry.
I got red damage.
I'll be a caution.
Somebody saying they have it, or was somebody asking if someone? Yes.
Yep.
No?
Damage, Kiwi?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright,
Fuck, I'm
Alright,
sorry,
so
DJ.
Caution.
So 4 more hits, Kiwi, and you'll sink my battleship.
Oh, I know, man. I had them all locked up and everything.
At least it was lap 1. I'm not overly
I'm really
worried
sorry,
about
bro.
it. It happens. Hell, I took out my teammate at Mugello.
If you're not damaged, then I'd just keep going, bro. Don't pit with me. That was 100% my fault.
I might as well pit. I mean, I lose 1 spot. It's not gonna make a difference.
Slow it down.
Leaders are slow into turn 1.
No passing after the caution's been called.
Remember before the next race to adjust your fuel to DJ, because this will fuck us up for the next race.
That's fine. I will. I skip putting fuel in, but...
Yeah, me too, but it'll still reset your
starting fuel to whatever you were when you pit?
Because turn 10, built from the ground up.
To be
Nice to
fair,
see
that
now
is a
that
new issue.
the complaints have changed.
Exiting the pit. I hope DJ's in front of me somewhere.
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah, I am caught up with the pack, and Kiwi's about 3 seconds behind me. Well, at
A little
race
bit.
pace.
Thunder, you just passed me, man.
Yeah, you passed me after fucking Morbid called caution. He said he called caution and you blew past me. I tried telling you, but
And that was like half a lap after he called caution.
not even close. I was in front when the caution was called.
I'm here.
Okay, here we go. Now,
I thought I
feels
passed
good.
you before you said caution. No biggie.
No, I'm saying he called caution, and then I think the pass happened like half a lap later.
We know Discord's kind of spotty with that stuff for the voice chat, so especially for me, because I tend to kind of mumble anyway, so that's why it's good sometimes for people to repeat. If they see somebody who's not backing off or whatever, then just, you can repeat we're under caution or whatever.
I'm gonna do that next time.
You're an optimist. Excited for next time.
I'm not a pessimist, I'm an optometrist.
Pistological brain compartments.
Compartments and departments.
Alright guys,
Let's
let's
get
go
formed
ahead
up.
and get formed up and wait for Morbid's call, please. Remember to stay in line until you get to the start-finish line.
Green. Green, green, green.
I see you there, DJ. Oh, there's a clusterfuck in front of me. 3 wide into this corner. Not gonna work.
Just helped you a little bit.
I'll send you the bill.
No charge.
Oh no, it's carbon fiber. It's definitely a charge.
The return.
What the hell was that? You okay, Advantage?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm not very good at this track. You know,
Yeah.
track.
Here, Sam, if you don't pass me.
You good, Grundle?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Sorry about the phone. Really struggling to pull her up at the bus stop tonight.
52 seconds up on my PB.
Sorry, Kiwi.
I'm anime, but nice try.
Doesn't he?
That's what I meant. It's because Kiwi's talking.
Motherfucker.
These
Oh,
off-camera
sorry.
cars
Sorry,
suck.
Sam.
Alright, let's just drive a fucking good lap.
Not the boss.
A whole lap.
Finally get my tire pressure to 100%. 6%, right?
All right, car. That's fine.
Gonna break early. Advantage.
I was a little bit worried you were going to go right across the track there for a second there.
I got this. Probably. Mostly. Maybe.
It's like me on the old train. You said you were going to break early, and you didn't.
Yeah, I warned you, right?
Yeah, but you lied.
I felt early. Go wide here. You deserve that. Nice.
Said, buddy, I'm just circle and see. We'll catch those two hoodlums in front of us.
Just don't slow us up, anime.
I can only promise to try.
Port traction control. Saving my bacon.
I should consider it. Good battle from back here.
Sorry about that, Roger.
Alright. You
I
didn't
started
touch me.
braking. Oh, okay, good. I'd come really close. I got scared. I thought I did.
Yeah, I saw you.
I was like, yep, brake right here. Oh, shit.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, they've been gracious with the penalties.
Oh, well.
Sorry, Sam. Did I hit you? I didn't.
No.
I did.
Crazy driving.
You piece of shit.
Oh, a warning.
Don't you do it again, see?
I got 2 no penalties. I just got 1 warning. I hadn't seen the warnings before. Four more laps. I'm definitely doing it again.
Oh,
there's the lights.
That was a massive spike for those lights. Jesus.
Yeah.
I figured I was crashing. That took so long. Like
Right.
What did they just end on now?
Yeah.
The track lights we were talking about.
Yep.
I'm drafting.
Oh, I did it again, and I got no penalty.
You're pissing off the Forza gods. You know that, right? They will come down with. They will come down on you with a hammer.
They're being
Yeah, one of those
gracious.
is going to give you a 4-second penalty.
Probably. All right, I won't do it again.
Yeah.
That's what they all say.
Black Pinto, lap 9.
Be back in con college. No time.
Thanks for handing me handfuls of freaking understeer in the middle of that corner, oranges. I appreciate it.
Dan, get back here. You weren't supposed to leave us.
I really do not like this car.
I don't like that corner.
By the way, no more cautions. White flag is out.
AKA you can use blue for brakes.
Yeah. It's frustrating.
Well, the corner's the worst. You see me lose time every lap.
That's traction control for you.
It's not that.
I'm losing time without it.
It's not hurting me on that corner. It's saving me in others.
Damn, I shaved a whole bunch of time off.
Maybe I'll try it.
I asked them to play fireworks for me, even though I finished fucking millionth.
Pretty impressive, actually.
Did you say we lost the Pinto?
Where I left off there, while I get the next one ready.
Yeah, we lost Pinto.
No, we did not. I was there the
Oh.
whole time.
How much time do we have between this and the next race?
A couple of minutes while I set up the settings and stuff.
Set on
that
my
was
screen.
weird. It did say that Pinto left, but after it said that she left, I actually saw her in front of me for a minute, and I was like, wait a second, it said she left on my screen, and I don't get the, so something screwed up, said she was gone, but she was there the whole
Should we
race.
remake the lobby then?
Yeah, I'm staring at a
especially if it
blank
did
screen.
something weird. Okay, yeah, we'll do that then.
Oh wait, it's coming back.
Who did oranges? I got to 11th, so
Posted screenshots in the chat.
That message for Pinto leaving was the Discord.
Oh, this.
I didn't see that.
Who? Okay, so where did Pinto actually finish? Because the screenshot shows her in 17th.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never
Mule
left.
and Pinto bring up the rear.
You guys really are the backbone of the society.
I'm staring at a blank black screen. Do I have to reboot?
Mine is a dashboard.
I can't even I can't do anything.
You have to put your guide button and select the game and quit it.
Yeah, that was weird. I got the gold box on my screen did say that Black Pinto left on lap 9, but like I said, on lap 10, I was like, wait a second, she's in front of me though. Like, and it wasn't a ghosted in front of me. She was still on the track driving. Like, it was kind of obvious. So
Something broke with the grouping.
well, with that exactly, I was just letting you guys know of everything that happened with the situation being TOGs in case it comes up again. Kind of, you know what it is.
Yep, we'll just blame Forza and reboot the lobby and call it a day.
Oh yeah, but it's
Problem
one of
solved.
those. So if it ever happens again, like you're like, oh yeah, I remember when, you know that. Yeah, that's all. But yeah, I get it, guys. Almost like we found a new bug.
They keep on giving.
All right, did everybody migrate over to Morbid's new lobby?
I see 17.
17 is.
Looks like it.
Don't forget to set
Go ahead
fuel and
and
tires.
select your fuel and ready up.
Advantage gone for chips popping a bar. Or... Are you there, Advantage?
Waiting on one.
Steve.
One is the loneliest number.
There he is.
Lonely number 1.
Looks like everybody's ready.
I skipped to the loo.
No worries. And it's not running to Steven this time. Oh, not Steven. Fucking DJ, sorry.
No, you can run into DJ all you want.
Yeah, I did run into DJ enough. I've done that enough for this season.
I thought that was only the
I
first
beg to
time
differ.
we hit.
It's only just started.
Either way, I ended up probably where I was going to be anyway. I didn't have enough pace to keep up with the top 5.
Not to brag, but I didn't need to hit anybody to fuck my race up, so that'll teach you.
Rod should be in front of me, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
Roger's night tire was 10th, and then Thunder was behind me.
Penalty for somebody that closed the move.
Grunda was behind me. Yeah, so Grunda was in 12th. I don't know after that.
Let me look at something here. Okay, so I had it right the first time. Alright, so, sorry, I was checking. So, Raj, Kiwi, 10. Alright, from there I can keep going.
Could
Since
be
none of the
Thunder,
staff are...
Grundle.
Staff, Thunder, got that, 11, Grundle, 12.
Sam,
And then
Advantage.
Sam.
Advantage. Boo.
Boo Mule Pinto.
Okay. All right
Good luck,
then.
everyone.
You'd think it would be doing some of this preloading stuff in the background while you're setting the grid.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
nice.
Logical thinking is not allowed here. Hush.
Yeah. They need to have some features for Forza 9.
Sorry. If Copilot had suggested it, then it would be in.
There you go. Now you're figuring it out.
Sorry, Kiwi.
Try and be nice.
Knows of how hard to close that door, Boo.
Still my line.
Yeah, it was your line.
I'm gonna break early.
Yeah, I heard that before.
Simmer down there, 7.
I'm sorry.
He
I
can't.
wasn't expecting
He's
to
got
be
a
hit
joke.
while I was driving in a straight line.
He's got
really gonna get my mirror.
Oh. Sorry, that slid right to that point.
Much easier circuit on motherfucker.
I see ya. I'm just trying to claim my spot so I don't get pushed off the track, but I got you, Rondo.
This corner again.
It's better than it used to be.
Yeah. I followed you. I owe you.
The edge of that curve pulls your car.
Did I hear a mule?
thunder.
Sorry, I was like, I'm gonna show this for a while back and see how it
I
goes.
knew
and
what
it's
you
like,
were.
"Oop."
I knew what you were doing, and it just you went
Wow,
inside me, and that was nice. We didn't hit each
Thank you.
other, so that's all that matters.
Oh no, I saw the radar. That was close. That was fun.
23 seconds to morbid. Let's do this.
Los is getting close. He scared me. So we got to catch back up to Roger now. Oh no, it's Roger, not Kiwi. Nice. Good job.
Mistake.
Easy there, Sam.
That's gonna hurt. Wow. No penalty.
Yeah, if you don't gain anything, you don't get a penalty.
You definitely gained from it.
Get a ticket.
Oh, motherfucker.
No, he drove a Mustang.
You good back there? I saw that maneuver, dude. My side mirror.
Fuck happened there?
Sorry, dude. Take that, take that.
You're left, Pinto. Pinto.
Me too. Morning.
Yeah, I'm pressing way too hard.
See, it
Can't
says
be
Pinto left the
consistent.
group. You still in, Pinto?
And Advantage is right in front of me.
I'm just fighting with her.
Yeah. Must just be an Xbox network issue.
We just
As
had
long
the
as you're still in, we're still good.
great battle of life.
Might be a ping issue for Pinto.
You slow there, Seven. You're going in too fast is what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
He's just spitting on crack, Chris.
Should go real wide right here. I'll just pass you again. That works. Except for I went with you.
I'm so shit at that turn. As you've seen. Right.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
I hit the wall and it bounced me way wide.
You almost had it.
Almost is only good in horseshoes, hand grenades, and nuclear bombs.
Actually, hand shoes and horse grenades.
Yeah, really, with a nuke, you don't have to be that close.
What, Jeff?
Is your car damaged, Ball? What's going on?
No, I got fucking hit at the perfect time to really, 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 really fuck me. Like, right when I needed to be turning, like, trying to transition the fucking way to the car.
But then it's like you just didn't accelerate out of the corner afterwards.
I was completely sideways. I went flying over the curb because I couldn't turn. Just been getting fucking bumped around all night. It's fine, whatever. Doesn't fucking matter.
Trade the spots.
Sorry about that, TJ. I was like, I'm gonna brake early so I don't rear end him, and then you braked where my brake early point was.
Oh, no harm done.
Okay, puts me into the wall instead.
Also, wasn't really planning on that move there, but it worked, so we'll take it.
No more cautions.
Gesundheit.
I caught.
So,
Morning.
Okay, tires, sure, just lock up completely. That's cool. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Sorry, Ross.
Yeah, I saw that happening.
Was really hoping he was going to be around that corner before I did that.
Well, the good news is you're perfect on your spare conversions.
Was it a 7-10 split?
Yeah, it was a single pin pickup, but Those are just as important.
How you doing there, Kiwi?
There you go.
This car, I'm just completely inconsistent in. I'll have a blistering fast lap one lap, and then slower than motherfucker the next.
I heard motherfucker was in a Mustang.
You slide right as my traction control kicks in.
You should write that on a Valentine's card.
Remind me next year. Might get a penalty for that one.
No, you won't.
No, I didn't.
You didn't gain time.
Babe, you're like Fozzie Traction. You keep me going forward. Anniversary's coming up. Maybe I'll use one of those.
Pretty sure that only works on the chick from my cousin Vinny.
Do not disgrace Mona Lisa Vito. Damn it.
This is a 1965, sorry. It was offered in the show.
Oh no. Wow. Not happening, boo.
I don't know why you're not taking your shots.
Hey, I've learned quite a bit. It's nice being able to dice with someone.
Now I decide to run at 202.
I just cannot. This car and I do not get along very well.
Remember, Boo, there's no auto blip in the game. You have to do it yourself.